need to apply for a travel exemption and have to undergo hotel quarantine with granted permission to enter the country. The Australian Defence Force will be sent into aged care homes to ease severe staff shortages in the sector. From tomorrow, up to 1,700 defence staff in 3 different teams will complete the sector. Clinical teams will be sent to assist first responders in aged care facilities facing acute staff shortages. General support teams will assist in waste management, protective equipment management and other general duties. And logistical teams will help plan staffing and care. Government has been resisting pressure to call in the ABS for several weeks. Federal MPs and senators went back to Canberra today as Parliament resumes for the year. The Prime Minister and Labour leader Anthony Albanese will begin the day with a church service. Once in the lower house, Scott Morrison will give a speech to mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee before the Chamber debates controversial religious discrimination laws. Labour will be looking to question the Prime Minister's credibility following the leaks of text messages describing him as a liar, hypocrite and complete psycho. And the Senate is set to debate laws dealing with disability support, federal family violence orders and changes to the pension loan scheme. Australia's fourth COVID vaccine has arrived in the country. 10 million doses of Novavax touched down in Sydney last night. The protein-based vaccine will be rolled out on February 21, with the 2 doses to be administered 3 weeks apart. People aged 18 and over will be able to access the jabs at GP clinics and state vaccination sites. The government has ordered 51 million doses of the vaccine in total. A woman is fighting for her life and the home is on the verge of collapse after a crash in Brisbane South. The woman who police believe is in her 20s was found unconscious outside of an electric Lexus on a property in Sunbank Hills. Police say the car was off Hallowell Road about 11:30 p.m. hitting a house. 4 males got out of the crash car and took off in another car which was travelling with the Lexus and also believed to be stolen. No one was in the house at the time of the crash. There is anyone with information about the incident to contact police. Tennis star Pim Shray says there has been a huge misunderstanding over a social media post which appeared she was claiming to have been sexually assaulted by a top Chinese official. Who allegations were closed to a French magazine with a clip in front of a Chinese government official. The International Olympic Committee says that should be that. In contrast, the Women's Tennis Association says the initial claims still need to be fully investigated. Let's take a look at the weather across the country. Brisbane, mostly sunny. Sydney, a shower or 2. Melbourne, sunny and 31. Adelaide, showers. Perth, mostly sunny and 26. And Darwin, showers and 31. It's normally the cat who gets stuck up in a tree, but New South Wales SES crews were called out to rescue a bull. No bull, which got its head stuck in a tree at a property on the Central Coast. Curiosity got the better of poor Charlie, who was wedged inside a tree hollow. Crews had to get Charlie to lower his body in order to get him out. Thankfully, everything turned out well, and Charlie wasn't seen red after the ordeal.
Today is Safer Internet Day, and joining us with more is the Safety Commissioner Julie Grant. Julie, it's always a pleasure to speak with you. Thanks for giving us up to date on this. What were the main findings from this research?
Well, the purpose of this is about college friends, is that they're very much people who connect with the safety. So while 71% of young people actually told their found that 2 in 3 young Australians have been feeling this experience online sexual harm by the age of 18. What we're talking about here is it's mostly texting or just walking. Unfortunately, it is work towards that. It's working a lot more on the kids' room, child sexual exploitation, we're now seeing what we call coerced child sexual abuse material, where young people are community people are being taken on as not, and they're being forced into making sexual videos about themselves that can get registered online. So there are some risks, but there are also very useful things that parents can use to take kids online, and that starts with having these conversations early and often really reaching kids online. And knowing that they're talking about what they're doing, when they come to us, and they're talking online, to really listen and not underestimate the impact this might have on them. We can also support parental control and make sure that they're using technology in sensitive areas of the home.
And so you're launching a family telegram today, and what does it involve?
Well, the result that when parents actually sit down with their kids and set commitments and expectations, the kids are more likely to follow them, particularly when they have agency or are involved. So that's really what we're asking parents to do this Safer Internet Day, is to sit down with our kids, talk about what they're doing online, set the expectations and the limitations, but again, keep the open lines of communication and let them know that they can come to you if anything goes wrong online and they're not going to be penalized. You can find all this information at esafety.gov.au.
All right, that website is on your screen now. Julie, thank you so much for joining us and giving us some advice, because our kids are about to hit that social media age, and we need all the help we can get.
Thank you.
It's terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I'd love to just not let them be on the internet or social media at all. But you can't do that. Like, all their
No, you
friends
can't
are on
do that,
there.
yeah.
Well, obviously not social media for our kids now, they're 4 and 6, but I think traditional world these days, we need to make sure that they and all the parents get to have that and then have it.
Yeah, of course. Of course, it's very, very possible as well. I mean, you want to know, it's such a volatile time in terms of online. I'm just looking at the kind of these photos and these people online and what's actually happening to them and what should be happening to them and how it's happening, and that's like, because
also removes 99.9% of germs unlike detergent alone. It's less iron.
You can't hide them, but I just think people need to have the right amount of respect for kids.
Why are you picking on a kid on social media? If you're picking on a kid on social media, you need to take the full cover yourself.
Well, that's what it comes down to. And personally, I think this is disgusting that they comment on anything like this. I mean, above all else, Scott Morrison is a very proud father. You know, and he should be able to put photos of him and his family in his own social media. Like, there's places to kind of come at him about stuff that you don't like. You're allowed not to like him, of course, but I know how angry I get as a father if I put up a picture of me and my family and someone comments on something that has nothing to do with that photograph. And the things that I'm not allowed to respond to people like that the way I want to because of my position anywhere like that. And as a Prime Minister, he can't respond to people like that as well. In all this conversation, when people are talking about what a horrible person he is, and we're all jumping on board with this, I think it's disgusting. What I mean is that John Morrison, here's a guy that can picture and
anxiety or fatigue could lead to chronic health conditions and dependency on prescription drugs. But what if you forget to relief just by sitting down? Well, let the healing begin. Introducing the Shampoo massage chair. It's a luxurious full-body massage chair that's designed to release ancient healing power of massage by bringing your mind and body into a complete state of relaxation, so it can properly repair and heal itself without using your hands. So go ahead and sit down. Be prepared for some serious pampering. Massage by 10 masseuses at the same time. Now, it's proven that a massage can help reduce stress and tension while regenerating your muscles after workout. The secret is the intelligent automatic circuitry that optimizes the scan and measures the height and width and location of your muscles, joints, and all important pressure points.
Okay, so is it scanning my body right now?
Yes, it sure is. And then the high-tech, intelligent, robotic hands will deliver a 3D massage that's customized just for you.
Oh.
Now, most massage chairs have rollers that are on a fixed vertical track, but this limits the amount of pressure point areas they can reach. But the TiVo chair features L and S track technology, so the robotic hands follow the curvature of your spine, providing relief in those hard-to-get-at pressure point areas with an up and down, side to side, and forward and back motion, just like human hands. With the TiVo chair, you can feel the difference.
Oh, you're right. This is absolutely blissful, honestly.
Oh, yes, and best of all, the 3D technology plus 60 air cushion massages provide strength and tension relief to multiple parts of your body simultaneously.
Joins us now to explain
Yes, so from the beginning, we need to recognize what's great here is all of a sudden one of the regular
Yeah. 30 minutes, 10 to 30 minutes prior to having the test, because that can impact the result. It's really important to go for those tests that have been approved by the TGA that have that very high sensitivity. There's actually only one, I think, the saliva test that has the very high sensitivity, over 95%. That's the V-check test. It's a lollipop test. But ultimately, we need to make sure no matter what rat test we're taking here, we need to be following the instructions carefully. And ultimately, if you've got any questions all the time, there's also some websites to be able to follow that up. But doing it correctly so we get a correct result is very important.
Great stuff. Now that so many people have had COVID, is there a way to find out which variant you've had? I mean, does it really matter? People seem to be asking about it. And if you don't know if you've had COVID at all, should you bother even finding out?
Yeah, it's a tricky one. We're going through so many different types of tests, and for a proportion of the population, knowing whether you've had the COVID infection may be a bit of the population. We don't vaccinate the right by antibody, and then serology test or antibody test for those antibodies. And if you have an natural infection, which goes natural immunity, there's another test there that shows antibodies you have.
What's the story with shampoo bottles making us fat?
Excessive amounts not doing much work, you can turn around and say it was all because of my shampoo. But we haven't reached that point yet.
Yeah, it's much time now. And finally, Aussie's we're an inventive bunch, and we've invented the world's first bionic eye. How does it work, and what does it do exactly?
This is brilliant. Love it. It's any innovation in this space. We're so good at it, obviously, with the bionic ear. We just saw the cochlear implant. We're just great. Australians are very good at these life-altering innovations. And so this one here is for a very specific type of disease, a degenerative disease called retinal pigmentosa, which is where the retinal cells in the eye, unfortunately, stop working. The retina needs to get that information from the light, and it gets then turned into what we see. And what they're seeing here is a very specific type of glasses.
save on your premium, not simply increasing your basic excess. Search our now car insurance to get your quote today.
If I'm up in parts now, then don't push me further.
Yes.